mindset training in professional contexts. Let me begin our journey towards creating a focused and resilient mindset by addressing you, the reader or listener of this book, with a professional purpose in mind. The time has come to view our path to fostering well-being for the company's people differently. Growth plans, strategy development, market expansion, profit optimization, and innovative thinking are integral parts of any business management vocabulary. We know that we must always move towards new goals and heights, and that movement is a condition for all businesses. It is simply not possible to remain in the same place for more than a moment at a time, as standing still is the same as moving backward. The world will race by and leave the company in the oblivion of the past. A company is like an independent organism that serves its own purpose in the world. We confidently specify the company's tasks into fields and corresponding titles, and we have complete control over the company's need for performance within the defined areas. We know what it takes for the company to expand and increase its earnings. The uncertainty in the equation is the human element. The person behind the title, shaped by the past, influenced by the present, and uncertain about the future. This person is the company's muscles, brain, and bloodstream. Without this person's ability to perform consistently, to stay focused on the company's mission and vision, and to be proactive and innovative, the company is nothing more than a utopian dream. Humans are the company. The abilities of humans are the abilities of the company. Therefore, it is indisputable that it is both beneficial and necessary for companies to focus on employees' ability to adopt a mindset that helps them thrive in a context of constant development and change, at least if companies want to score high on both the performance and well-being barometers. Most people working in business management are aware of this. The discussion arises when we need to find the best way to achieve it. Let me ask you a few questions. When do you thrive the most? Is it when your company focuses on your skills and opportunities for action? Or is it when it focuses on your challenges and weaknesses? Would you prefer to be part of a company that prioritizes time to address each of the needs you consider necessary to manage your negative thoughts and feelings? Or a company that offers you the skills to independently handle these negative feelings and thoughts in both professional and private contexts within seconds? Consider your answers for a moment and then imagine that you have the skills to view your inner life objectively, to identify your negative thoughts and give them exactly the attention they deserve, no more, no less. Imagine that you and only you determine your state of mind, your focus of attention, and your sense of purpose. What would it do for your ability to perform? What would it do for your presence? What would it mean for your efficiency? What would it mean for your well-being? We live in a changing world with a constant focus on continuous improvements and achieving goals. We need to be able to flexibly, positively, and effectively engage in diverse contexts and workflows, often without being aware of the underlying thoughts or the ultimate goals we are expected to achieve. Sometimes we run so fast that we stumble, and it's not always the physical workload that trips us up. Often it's our inner worries and ruminations that knock us off our feet. This means that even if we get back up, we will keep stumbling simply because our thoughts continue to place the same mental obstacles in our path as they always have. It's about habits and awareness. If you are aware of your existing thought management strategies and know what habits they have fostered in you, then you will be able to establish a stable mindset that allows you to flexibly and consciously adapt your skills to any given context. You become competent in decision-making, skilled at prioritizing, focused, adaptable, and positive, while also gaining mental awareness, stability, and calm. In short, you become the master of your own inner life. And with that, you gain control over your actions and your focus. But why don't we just change our mindset? Yes, it would be the same as asking, why don't we just write in Chinese? The answer is because we haven't learned how. Acquiring such a mindset requires theoretical knowledge and concrete tools, as well as implementing these in our thought habits and behavior patterns. Additionally, it requires motivation, practice, and perseverance. And the company we are part of must have a managerial focus on developing a culture and framework that fosters the high performance we are capable of delivering once we have acquired this mindset. The mindset training I have developed is based on a broad theoretical field and operates on the assumption that it is not necessary to turn over every stone within oneself to achieve a focused and resilient mindset. Mental strength can be learned just like any other skill. Most of us know the feeling of being influenced by others' words and actions, and we understand the significant impact this can have on our ability to perform and thrive. Imagine this scenario. The heart is pounding in the chest. There's a slight dizziness in the head. Victor quietly sits at his desk. He needs to start his work for the day, but nothing really gets done. Thoughts are racing through Victor's mind. He can't concentrate on his tasks. He's thinking about the boss, who tomorrow will pass by him without saying hello. The thoughts have a life of their own in Victor's head. The boss doesn't like me. I'm probably not good enough. Maybe I'll get fired. The colleagues probably don't like me either. Maybe I should skip the meeting this afternoon. I'm not worth anything anyway. As the negative thoughts grow, he starts to feel physically ill. The tasks on the desk seem overwhelming, and Victor ends up asking his boss if he can go home. On the couch at home, the anxious, stressful thoughts run free again. Victor can't let them go. They consume his entire mind. The next day, Victor calls in sick because he feels stressed. From the outside, it's clear that Victor's reaction is not appropriate. But inside, many of us have experiences where situations at work can pressure and even stress us. Stress in itself is not harmful to us. Our body and brain are designed to handle stressful situations. But if the stressful state lasts for several months, it can develop into anxiety and depression, leading to long-term sick leave and a need for medication. In the above scenario, Victor is not ill. He is merely in a stress-like state, characterized by excessive and uncontrollable thought processes where he ruminates and worries for hours, and where the worries and anxious negative thoughts take up significantly more space than the actual problem. And he needs help to get out of this state. Victor could have asked his boss why he didn't greet him, but instead of viewing the situation objectively, the negative, worrying thoughts take control of him and render him paralyzed. Had Victor learned to manage his thoughts appropriately, the feeling of stress would never have set in. He would have understood that thoughts are just thoughts, and that negative thoughts can only control his behavior and moods if he gives them attention and permission. Victor would have gained concrete tools to regain control over his thought processes and acquired the ability to take care of his own mental well-being. For many years, we have tried to talk our way out of problems. Everything has been discussed and processed, and we have even made physical adjustments and special conditions for groups and individual employees. But despite the good intentions, many of us still struggle with changes and continue to get stressed when they occur. We must therefore conclude that it doesn't help for companies to cater to all our needs regarding when and how, for example, a meeting can take place, or whether we feel mentally ready to perform today or tomorrow. That consideration will never be enough, because it's not about that at all. It's about learning to consciously adopt a focus of attention that benefits us and the company in the given situation anytime and anywhere. It is by increasing self-awareness that we gain the skills to manage stressful thoughts, turn off hindering autopilot behavior, and activate awareness of our thoughts, feelings, actions, values, focus, behavior patterns with a professional attitude, efficiency, resilience, and mental well-being as the result. Let me make it clear right away that a company cannot be responsible for its employees' mental well-being, but it can equip them to take responsibility for it themselves. When a new employee starts at a company, we are fully aware that this employee likely has some professional skills that need updating or acquiring. We have plans for this, and we are happy to prioritize time for skill development because we know it benefits both the company and the employee. A focused and resilient mindset can be learned just like any other skill, and it benefits the company and the employee just as much. The difference is that most companies have not yet incorporated the acquisition of a focused and resilient mindset into their competency development plans. Therefore, you are a pioneer when you read this book from a business perspective. Thank you for your courage and foresight. Your employees, their families, colleagues, and customers will be very grateful to you, because what you are now exploring is the path to providing the people in your company with a professional, proactive mindset, which benefits both them and the company in the short and long term.